Good morning. We are here at the Binary Training Stables in Ocala, Florida. It's 5:30 in the morning. We have some mist down in the field. It's a wonderful atmosphere here. And if you're really taking pictures of thoroughbreds, you have to rise early. They start with the dawn. They work 3 shifts of horses in the morning, and they have a very, very tight schedule. So when you have been with me now on different photo shoots, you know I love to arrange motive and stuff and interact with the people and with the horses. This is not possible here. Here we have totally another kind of situation. It's more the kind of a reportage, and you try to be a mouse and to snap the pictures and the images which are appearing to you and appealing to you. So I would like to instruct you a little bit how you behave on such a facility, what you can do, what motives we have, and at least at the end you will see you have a great photo shoot, even if you cannot interfere. You have to have as well a feeling for the horses, because these are young horses. Imagine they start training with 2 years. These are youngsters. So if you are too close with your camera, they can shy away, and the jockeys don't love that. So you have to be really sensitive of spooky horses and of spooky trainers, and it's a different atmosphere here. And just I want to introduce you, these are great people. They let us be here, and a lot of farms are closed for the outside, and we have this wonderful opportunity to work here. In the background you see the barn. Every barn has a middle line and has, by architecture, wonderful scenes. You have just to catch it. If you go in the center and if you start there to photograph, you always get a good point. So we are now going in the middle aisle. You look through the stables, you have different horizons and lines, and you see in the back the racetrack. If you come to a situation like that, you always want to have different lenses on your camera. So take your bag, if you do not have 2 bodies like I do, and have your different lenses, the wide angle and the tele as well, because you have here so nice lines and perspectives that you can use the wide angle in a really nice way. We are going now for a shoot on the long run. So the tele with 200 is very, very good, and we are trying to shoot through these horizons now. Let's see it. It's nice that the horses are coming in. They had the first run already going. You have the binary sign on it. You have this nice tower, and you have the 1, 2, 3 horizons and the horses in the middle. It's beautiful. If you arrive here in the morning, you have to be really in time. They have a very precise schedule, what they are doing at what time. And we have here the assistant trainer, Peter. Please, could you come in? Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you explain us a little bit how it works here, at what time you start, how many horses you train, and so on?
Start off, all the grooms were here at 5:30. We take off all the bandages. We check every horse's legs individually, make sure they've all eaten their feeds. If they haven't, well, after feeds, temperatures are taken.
Temperatures is taken?
Every morning we take all the temperatures. We have 100 head of horses are here right now. That's we top off at 100 for the winter time.
And how many jockeys?
How many riders? There's 11, 10 or 11 riders.
That's a lot for them to ride all these horses.
No, I mean it's only 8 or 9 apiece. I mean, you have to remember that on the law of average, 1 or 2 of them are going to have a sore leg, or they're going to have a temperature, or they're going to have a day off. So.
Okay. And how long do you train the horses on the track itself?
Their exercise when they actually get to the track is probably about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, but you speed up, as I have seen, pretty much, huh?
Yeah. There's certain days of the week they're all mostly young horses, and the first 3 or 4 months is very, very slow, basic groundwork, and then as they progress and let us know they're ready further and faster, we go further and faster. We let the
Okay.
horses do the talking.
And yes,
It's simple.
we are very happy to be here. Thank you
Anytime.
that we can have the possibility to photograph
Yep.
and film here.
No
and
problem.
We would like now to see how you saddle up a horse and you
Okay.
go out. We can do that?
Yeah, sure. Let me.
Fine.
I'm going to pick up. We'll get you a quiet horse. What are you riding, Gigi?
The Mary Jane.
Okay.
Okay. Before you even start to shoot, you should stand and breathe with these horses and with the people. You should feel the atmosphere in here. And there's always something going on with horses. Could be one is sliding or one is rushing or one is afraid of something. So really be on your toes and try to find out what is the proper place to be and never be in the way of a horse. Here we have a corridor where they lead the horses after work or where they prepare the horses before they run it to the track. So never cross this strip of sand without looking right and left if a horse is coming. It's very interesting to photograph details when the horses are saddled up. You cannot interfere. Please stop and do this again and do that again. This is not the point. You just follow the procedure. They come, open the door, saddle up the horse, and they lead it out. It's a young horse. Even to catch him in his box, it's not so easy. They are suspicious. They know it's work, but they are not used to it. They are just 6 months on the saddle. And you need a really calm environment to calm them down, to make them relax, and to accept the saddle and the exercises every day. I'm not going close to this or inside. I don't dare to go inside because even my shutter, the noise of my shutter would perhaps shatter him. So it's be careful, be cautious, and be aware. No picture, not the best picture, is worth that the horse spooks around and hurts himself. Now when they have the halter on him, you could approach a little bit more, but really careful because right and left the horses are very spooky. And control your ISO. I have 1600 now. And it's just giving me 1/100th of a second for exposure. Now the horse is used to the shutter click, and that's fine. He's still curious, but he's not afraid of me. Can I open the door a bit more? Is that fine with you? Okay. Slow motion, slow movements. He doesn't know what to think about me. But he relaxes. Yeah, that's nice. You know, they go out of their way for us at the moment. They said they would saddle up this horse in between when the other horses are out, because normally they can't do that. It's very, very nice, and we cannot expect that all the time. Please don't forget, you're really here in a very, very special situation. And only if you are kind, respectful, nice, and cooperative, and understand what the people here are doing, then you get good pictures. If you boss around and try to make things happening, it's not worthwhile and it won't work. Only your respect and your even your admiration for the work that they are doing, for this incredible sensitive daily training of the horses. Then if you have this, you have people smiling, they come to you and they even go out of the way and help you to get a good picture. It's totally up to you how you behave. You have to watch when you are further away, your intensity of the light is decreasing. When you are inside the stable, closer, you have so many white walls that you get almost a kind of a studio situation. But when you are now taking pictures of her coming out, you still have more environment, more other details, so you should overexpose this picture a little bit. Okay, here we have the action. Be aware that if you photograph inside, you really have to overexpose, even if you are already on 1000 or 1250 or 1600 ISO, because it's getting too dark if you just do not overexpose it. And if you photograph the outside, please do not forget to change your ISO to about 800. And then you can do the normal stuff, not over, not underexpose it. Listen to your camera, ask your camera, make proof pictures, and then decide what you do. And never cut out the fences. The fences are such a big thing for all the thoroughbred farms. You need, and they are a graphic design for you. Use them always to make lines, horizontals or diagonals or whatever in your picture. Another picture, what is very nice, you see all these buckets hanging out in front of every stable, and the light comes from the opposite direction and illuminates that. It's a great shot. You can do great architectural images with the shadow or with the lines, the diagonals, and the stables. You see that there is sand in front of the stables, and the whole stables, they are used as a warm-up ring. So please do not just stand in the middle. Be aware what's going on behind you and hear the beats of the hooves coming towards you. And please have 4 eyes, not only 2 eyes open, to be not in the way.
Be careful on the outside of that stall, because if he swings around, I don't want you to get hurt. Thanks.
You get good advices and you better listen to these advices. To get out of the way of the horses, you hide best in a box or in a corner, but be careful. Even if they have seen you already 5 times, they can spook out on the 6th time. It's really tiptoeing around here. There are quiet moments when they are all out on the track, and suddenly all these riders are coming back, and you have 10, 12, 15 horses which are crossing your path. This is a great possibility to make silhouette images. It is absolutely perfect because, ooh, sorry. Wow, a lot of traffic with the horses. You have really to watch out. It's great for silhouette images. So you have them really black and dark, or you have them with some light. But as you see, you have to be aware where the horses are before they run over you. real reason why we are here is we want to photograph the horses running. And so we are now moving on to the track. I'm posing myself for a great picture in the middle of the aisle. It is the center of the whole barn. The horses will be coming out towards me. And again, I have the situation, I have them in the shadow as a silhouette, then they are coming out to the light, then they're going again to the shadow of the second barn track, then they are coming out towards me. And then I have to be careful when they approach me that I get off this position, because the horses will look at me. I'm an obstacle here. They have not seen before. So I go to the side, hide a little bit behind the fence and try to take the pictures when they are going around this little circle to warm the horses up. And don't forget to make a proof. I just noticed that the barn is so light and I have already so much light from the sky that it's getting too dark. I'm going down now to 640 ISOs and I'm overexposing the whole thing one stop. It sounds crazy, but this is what my camera is telling me. Yeah, that's okay. Waiting is a big part of photography. Now they are coming towards you and going on this little circle here. The horses look at me and I decide better to get off and get to the side and let them pass the first time around to get accustomed to me, just staying there and doing nothing. I'm going over to the rail here, just seeing what they are doing. The first horse was getting up on his hind legs, viewing me, and so you just move out quickly to give them a safe and peaceful passage to the racetrack. Wherever you position yourself around the racetrack, you should really ask if this is a good situation. You know, only seeing you, the horses are pulling over and are not anymore concentrating on their real task. The best thing is if you have a big lens and you are standing there where the horses are turning to the left, then you can take them from the front but still be in a pretty good distance to them. It's nice to photograph them from this sideline here, so you have a bigger chance to follow them with your focus and with your camera. But it is not the most exciting shot. It is a little bit boring. If you make a close-up, really having the horse racing and having the portrait of the rider and the horse in it, that's great. But you need a lens for at least 500 millimeters because you cannot get so close. If you're lying down on the ground photographing a horse from down there, it's a great shot, but you don't know if the horses are tolerating that. They are great people, these riders. They do every day about 7-8 horses. They know them properly, the horses trust them. So the situation here is totally different than what you find on the racetrack. Up here, it's not the position I like most. I rather prefer to be down there beside the rails. But it is just too dangerous, especially with young horses, that they spook and they are just getting out of hands. So I rather prefer to stay here. The advantage of this higher position is that you can take nice pictures, portraits of the riders and the head of the horse. That's pretty nice, especially with the young horses. After the race, after they are really trained here, they relax. The riders give them the reins and so they go home nicely, and this is the picture I like to do here. As I said, we are here on a training racetrack and you get other pictures than you get on a real racetrack. So we have spoken about taking the right position to photograph the horses, being careful about what you do here, being nice and kind with the people so they don't throw you out. The last thing I wanted to talk about is atmosphere. Now we have a great day. It is wonderful, but Could you imagine to be here in autumn when you have the leaves of the trees really yellow and you have mist and fog in the morning? This is the time to come here. So choose the time and then you get great pictures. One of my most favorite places is this spot here. The horses come back after training and they get a shower. And especially on sunny days, when you get that against the light, it's an incredible nice situation. The water goes to the face of the horse and springs back. Sometimes, especially when they go on the head, it closes the eyes and the water is pouring down over the nostrils. Take your time to photograph that. It's not one picture what you get right. You have to do at least 30 or 40 pictures to really get one good out of that. But this one is really perfect. And it gives this fresh atmosphere and the horses are enjoying this spraying on it. It's just great. Take your time and you get good pictures. You see, you have to take a lot of pictures to really get a certain moment where the water is really being like pearls over the forehead of the horse. And you should at least have a 1,000 second, then you have them really, really as little pearls. If you go to a 60 or a 30, you have this water like a big wall, a big, it makes it totally different. Go and work with it. Go and try it out. Go overexposing, underexposing, go to 15 second, whatever. This is a situation where you really can play around. And as you see, the people are very nice and they let you do it. That's a great picture as well of the shampoo coming down on the coat. Often it's the details which show you more about the horses than when you have the whole horse in your picture. Here you have the drops on her nostrils, on the hairs, and she's looking very curiously on you. So this is almost a private setup for your photography here. And you can take wonderful pictures of people working here. You know, there are many jobs. It's a farrier, it's the rider, it's the trainer, it's the manager. It's a whole big world of people working here, and you can document. It's a reportage. You show what's going on here. Being here now for several hours, I feel really happy. It is an incredible, nice feeling. It's like you would have dived into a special world, the world of this track here, with great horses, wonderful people, and this serious but very special way how they behave all around here. And as a horse photographer, you get the opportunity to share their feelings, their emotions, their experience in the morning. I feel really blessed, delighted, and very thankful to get the opportunity to do things like that. And if you can do that as well, I can assure you, you will leave a place like that pretty happy and very satisfied. Concerning your images, don't worry if they are not turning out that good that you hope. First of all, you always come back And in the meantime, you can develop new ideas what you would like to improve. If you set up a good connection with these people, show them the images you have taken, tell them how much you appreciate that, and then you come back on a wonderful autumn day with great sunshine and the leaves really golden in the sun, and then a little mist in the morning and the horses coming out of this mist, cantering towards you, and you get a great picture. You have to search, you have to go a long way to get good pictures, and you have to try it again and again and again. And this is what I can tell you as a professional photographer after 25 years. I have gone a long ways to come to good pictures. Good luck.